To another day in the Matrix, Waters Above Crypto. Today I want to discuss the importance of April 28th, which is next Wednesday, and how it's a potential important date to be aware of. Then we'll get into the Bitcoin and XRP chart to do some analysis of the market. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like, and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. Also, I have almost reached my goal of 5,555 subscribers before the end of this month as we move into the 5th month of the year, which is May. So I decided to offer my biggest discount yet for the Mastermind course. Been having a lot of people reach out to me about the Mastermind course, and I've also had a lot of people who have joined it who've been emailing me thanking me so much for how much money they've been making off of all the data, all the information that I've provided there. It's been very valuable for people, so I've thought as this channel is growing, this will be a good time to offer the biggest discount I've done yet on the course for those people that want to support my work. Just get the most value you possibly can. The price will be $80 for lifetime access to the course, which now has over 100 instructional video lessons, and I add about 3 new videos every single week, private videos that will not be put on YouTube or anywhere else. And the way that you could qualify for this discount is by signing up for my Patreon through any of the membership levels. If you're somebody who just wanted to become an official patron to support my YouTube channel, you will be able to qualify for the $80 Mastermind course. And then all you'll have to do is send me an email mentioning that you're joined on Patreon. Just prove that to me by giving me the name that you signed up with, and then you'll qualify for the discount. So if you're someone who's already joined the official patron or the mastermind community and you already have the course, feel free to email me and I'll be able to help you out with a discount on the portfolio reviews if that's something that you haven't gotten yet. So if you'd like to join the patron as an official patron or join the mastermind community for a monthly pledge, you will be eligible for the $80 price on the Mastermind course, and then I'll provide the payment information to you to get onboarded into the course after I receive an email. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So I wanted to mention the 117th day of the year, which is April 28th. We are approaching it. It is actually 1 week away, so I thought today would be a good day to make this video. And I thought about something that's been coming back time and time again, which is the Hebrew calendar. And something important about the Hebrew calendar that I'll bring up today. You have marked back here, it says RH on September 18th, 2020 for Rosh Hashanah. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that perfectly. But Rosh Hashanah starting on the 18th of September in 2020. And the correlation that it has moving up into the 117th day of the year. So the 117th day of the year is next week, April 28th, as you can see right here. This is all using Eastern time zone, or the time zone that Washington, D.C. and New York are in, because those are the time zones that rule the financial world through the stock market, etc. So the reason for the 117 significance is because Bitcoin equals 117 in reverse ordinal, and the significance of the 117 in reverse being 7-Eleven. Of course, you've heard that before after the popular convenience store. It's also considered an angel number by those that are more new age. There's a lot to get into with the 117 and the 7-Eleven, and I'll save that for another video, but just to be confluent, we have Bitcoin equaling 117, and we're approaching the 117th day of the year, which is on April 28th, 2021. Now, the reason why Rosh Hashanah is significant here is because if I go from the 18th of September 2020 to the 28th of April, we get 222 days. So anytime you see the 222, 111, 333, these numbers are extremely important. So it's amazing that not only do we have confluence on the 117th day of the year with Bitcoin, we also have the 222 days between that date and Rosh Hashanah, the Hebrew New Year, which I believe the elites actually use that calendar and they give us their Gregorian calendar to play God in our lives. For anyone who isn't aware about the Gregorian or the Julian calendar, I highly suggest you go learn about those two because that seems to be about the time frame in history where the humans, the lower level people who are non-elite bloodline, were treated as the new slave race. It has nothing to do with color, ethnicity, creed. It was just a parasitic takeover of humanity. And that all starts with the manipulation of time through the calendar. Again, even the months July and August were added to the calendar for Julius Augustus. These freaks completely manipulated time and they played God while they did it. With that being said, this started to make me think about the past. The reason being is November and the date of November 30th. And I'm going to show you why. If we go from January 1st, 2021, all the way over to November 30th, we get to the 333rd day of the year. And the significance to that, because November is a sort of an awkward month in all of this. Typically we expect the bull run to end in December, and we expect a year from that date to be the bottom of the bear market. And now I'm going to show you something that I think is really interesting, which is the bull market of 2013. So if I go back all the way to November 2013, you're going to see that we actually had a all-time high happen in the month of November, right on the 30th. So if I go from January 1st, 2013, and I drag it over 333 days, you got your all-time high. This is very crucial to consider because we just saw confluence with the 222 and now the 333. So this is pretty interesting stuff because we're showing right here that we have a potential important number that could repeat itself because the bull run that we're experiencing right now is not like 2017. It's actually a lot more like this previous bull run in 2013. And that would be a move like this, where if I bring it up in log scale, you can see we had two blow off tops. We had a blow off top in April, which is what we're at right now. We're in April. And then we had a prolonged 200-day bear market cup and handle thing that led to a second blow off top. And if you measured the 333 days, you would have been perfectly at the peak of your second top of the end of the bull run, which went into a prolonged bear market that lasted several years. So I'm going to bring it out of log scale and we're going to see how this stuff could be applied. So one thing that I also thought was pretty interesting is if I go to March 13th, which was the bottom of the C word crash, all the way over 666 days, I end up with something really important here. January 8th. Now, why is that so significant? Well, if we go and zoom in to January 8th of this year, that was when we hit the $42,000 price point. That was when we hit our high of the year and then got a nice little correction. And the 42 significance is very important, and I'm going to show you using Gematria why it's important. So we have that 666 days leading into January 8th of next year. Coincidentally, January 8th being the date this year where we hit the $42,000 Bitcoin. And another thing that's cool is Rosh Hashanah back in 2019 was September 29th. So let's go to September 29th, 2019, and drag this over 666 days and see what's up. Okay, so at this 666 date, we get July 26th, 2021, and July being the 7 date month, and then also 26. When you add those together, you get 33. And it's amazing how you keep seeing these numbers repeat time and time again. Of course, 33, like 33rd degree Mason, like the 33rd degree Fahrenheit when ice turns back to water, aka the unfrozen mind, which is basically coming back to the pineal gland or the eye of Ra. So now we have some things to think about. We have this potential July 26th date as something that might be very, very significant using the Hebrew calendar and the 666 date. And this July 24th date now is important to me because 24 is always a very important number in all of this. The 24 coming back to a lot of things with Bitcoin, but also coming back to the Jesuits, who I feel have a huge role in manipulating this financial sector in regards to the banks. Now, we play a role with the banks as people, and the ones who print the money and who rule the world don't worry about banks because they tell the banks what to do. And I believe that the Jesuits play that middleman role for that organized crime that they pull off. So, with that being said, when you add up the 7 for July plus 24 date plus 20 plus 21, we get to the 72. And the significance behind the 72 coming back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin with 72. And I was saying that I do believe on our next leg up, we'll see that $72,000 Bitcoin. That'll be very ritual, and that'll make perfect sense going along with all the work we've been doing on this channel. So the 72 like Bitcoin, also 72 like Jesuit order. Also the 144 is critical because right now the amount of blocks mined every single day for Bitcoin is 144. And then of course we have Nakamoto with the 27, which is reverse 72. Okay, so these numbers are super crucial when you look at them from a mirroring perspective as well. Another thing that's pretty incredible is Satoshi Nakamoto with the 181, which is the 42nd prime. You can see right here, prime, yes, 42nd. And the 42 coming back to these guys, Jesuit. Again, the reason we hit the $42,000 price on the 8th day of the year. This is also significant because the date would be written as 8-1 for January 8 or 1-8 in America, and that is all coming back to Venus. I've been showing you guys how there's the connection between 1881 and Venus. All astrological, all super important stuff. So we've seen that we can now connect all of this stuff back to the powers that be, and we have some potential dates to look out for. April 28th, coming up next week, very crucial. And this trend line, this red trend line, is something to keep a lookout for because we don't know which way this can go. This can go up, this could go down. This is a very precarious time in the bull run. Nobody truly knows what's happening, and it's really hard to fully know what will occur right now because this bull run has happened way faster than it should have. If we go to the week and then pull up our 21 EMA, we are seeing this orange line right here. The 21 EMA is sitting at $44,000. This is sort of crucial territory. There is a potential to pull back to $47,000 for a weekly close, perhaps in the first week of May, with a wick down to the 21 EMA, and then just continue the bull run from there. And then I would look for July. I would really start paying attention for June and July to be potential dates for new highs in the event that we get a correction now. So we just have to see how this goes. But judging by these times that we're in, it's not looking great. I've been hearing about lockdowns in Canada or potential martial law in Canada. That kind of stuff does not bear well with the market. Another thing to look into is today the dollar is definitely down a little bit, and then we see the markets are rebounding off of yesterday's bloodbath. So it's kind of weird how Bitcoin's down. Ethereum putting on nice little gains, and also good to see XRP continuing sideways. So let's just quickly look at the XRP chart because we talked enough about Bitcoin. We're going to see how this is looking. So this is the daily chart, and I have up a couple moving averages, one being the orange 21 we can see is a very nice support at this time, but we do need to bring up the 55. So the 55 on the daily is still sitting all the way down at 77 cents. That's a pretty far ways down. Got to be careful for that. Another thing that I've been looking at is the 4-hour chart and this 55 EMA still being above all of our other moving averages, and this is going to start getting squeezed. As it gets squeezed, if we keep getting rejected on the 55 EMA, that's going to be a sign of a potential head and shoulders pattern. This head and shoulders looking like this, with the left head and right shoulder, something to take into consideration. If we flip this 55 and get above it, there's potential for continuation, but this all comes back to Bitcoin. This 200 EMA will be the last line of support. In the event we come up to the 55, get rejected, the head and shoulders measured move would be all the way down here, somewhere around 80 cents, and that would be pretty rough. If it can hold that 80-cent level, fantastic. It would be hard to even find a position for, yeah, I mean, it would be coming all the way back down to like the 200 EMA on the 12-hour or 8-hour chart. So as you can see, this green moving average being the 200 EMA sitting around 85 cents. That's potentially where this head and shoulders would break down to, and then it would need to hold this level. I think if you start seeing sub 80-cent XRP, unless it's a very short period of time, a sub 70-cent XRP would be very bearish, and potential like that final shakeout before the upthrust, what people have been considering. But if Bitcoin wants to melt down right now to 47,000, that would totally bring up a sub $1 XRP into the picture. I'm going to leave it at that. Again, I'll be doing that discount on the Mastermind course, $80. If you join the Patreon, you will qualify, even if you join the lowest level, which is $3 a month. I will have the link to the Patreon in the description box of this video, also in a pinned comment, and I have my email in the description box if you guys have already joined the Patreon and would like to also get the Mastermind course. Go ahead and email me. And if you haven't and you want to get the Mastermind course for that discount, go ahead, sign up for the Patreon, shoot me an email, we'll get you onboarded. I'm only going to keep that discount price for a little bit of time, maybe till the end of the month. So I'll be talking about it for the rest of the month, and then after that, it's going back to the original price. And I won't be doing a sale most likely after that for an extended period of time. So if you'd like to learn more about technical analysis and how to utilize the esoteric code of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology, and how to apply it to your TA to be able to know what dates and what prices these cryptos will hit before they happen, you can join the Mastermind course by contacting me. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.